Hello everybody, it's Narinda here again, fitness nutrition expert. So now obviously I discussed in the first segment, I discussed nutrition and we looked at just a few foods to introduce in the diet and foods kind of not to kind of have too much of, like cakes and chocolate. And we introduced water, so we discussed that. Now obviously the next thing is just remembering the fact that before you get in the gym, obviously, so we had to there's certain things you have to do before you get in the gym. So we need to weigh ourselves. So, I would recommend to obviously get a good pair of scales. And so I have a Weight Watchers scales. So these are really good. These are actually really good for you. They will read not only obviously your weight, your fat percentage and your water. And it gives you a really accurate, good reading. These I purchased from Argos, and these are absolutely brilliant. You don't have to have expensive ones, okay? So again, महंगे नहीं scales चाहिए. Even though fat ना दस्ती होवे, पानी ना दस्ती होवे, it's okay. Normal scale sausage from Argos, and that's fine. So don't worry. Over the weeks, like I said, I'll kind of guide you the right way. It's not about कितना महंगा your scales are. It's about the weight more than anything. Okay, so what you would need to do again is before we start training for next week, we're going to weigh ourselves. So today at the end of the show, I want you to weigh yourself, okay? And I want you to keep a little diary. So I've got a little plain book here, just a plain little notebook and grab a pen. And all I want you to do is obviously weigh yourself. Once you've weighed yourselves, I want you to put today's date on there and put how much you weigh, okay? So put the weight down for me, okay? Now the next measurement that you need to do is obviously, so for men and women are slightly different. For a man, you need to take a few measurements. One is around the neck. So it's very important. So all you do is just take measure across and not too tight around the neck. Take a measurement. And again, write it in your book. So you write down your neck measurement and you write that down in inches, okay? Then the next measurement is the chest again, okay? And all I want you to do across the chest, take the measurement again in your inches and record that across in your book, okay? The next measurement is the stomach, okay? So again, this is for the men at the moment. So take that just above your belly button, so make sure it's not too tight and just slightly above your belly button, take that measurement, okay? And all I want you to do is record that in your book as well. And then all I want you to do is then take a measurement of your hips. Now your hips are kind of the widest part there, more than anything, okay? So all we're gonna do, we're gonna take that measurement and we take that measurement just slightly above the widest part of the hips, okay? Okay, once you've done that, again, I want you to record that. Write it in your book. So this is why you've got your little notebook. So every single week, we're going to check the measurements. Now, the next measurement I want you to do is the top of the thigh. Okay? So relax the leg, don't tense it. And all I want you to do is take a measurement across the top of the thigh, okay? And then the final measurement is your arm. So again, relax the arm, take your tape measure across. Okay, and all I want you to do is just take that reading. So again, relax the arm, don't tense the arm, and take a measurement, okay? So I want you to record that in your book. Now that is for the men. So remember, you'd have a reading for the neck, you've got one for the chest, you've got one for your stomach, the hips, you've got the legs and the arm, okay? Now, for the women, the only difference is everything else is the same. Don't take a measurement for the neck. I always take a measurement for the chest, I take one for the stomach, and I take one for the hips and the legs and the arm, okay? So remember, the only difference is a neck measurement. And obviously, if you're not sure, you could always send an email, you can ring up to the studio, and if you've forgotten how to take those measurements, we're always here to provide that support for you, okay? This is what I'm on the show for, to kind of guide you and, kind of support you over the weeks, over the episodes, to try and guide you to, try and get as fit as you can, okay? So Now, once you've got those measurements, I want you to record that every single week. So every single week, we're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to be doing the same with you every single week. So I'm going to take my measurements at the end of this show, and I'm going to record them, okay? But I also want you to use the back of the book as your food diary. So remember, we discussed food today, more of the vegetables, the fruit, drinking more water. I want you to record every single day what you're eating, how much water you're drinking, if you did have a snack. Okay, and also over the weeks, we're going to add in on the bottom of that food diary, we're going to add in an exercise section. So we know how much we're working out each day. And it's a good way of checking over the weeks, how your eating's improved, how your exercise improved, and how your fitness and your stamina has improved as well. Okay, so remember, record the measurements across at the front. So the weight and all the measurements of your chest, your neck, your waist, your leg, and your arm at the front, and your food diary at the back, okay? Okay guys, so that is probably the most important thing you need to do before you get into exercise. But what I would like to advise everybody is, before you do exercise, just double check with your doctor. Obviously, I'm a nutrition expert and a fitness expert, so I'm not a doctor. So just please, if you're pregnant, you need to check with your doctor if it's okay to exercise, even if it's exercising with me or in the gym. And also, if you're on any medication, you've had an operation, you have problems with your joints, please, I would advise check with your doctor first, because obviously, without their, say so, it basically benefits yourself. You could injure yourself more than anything. So we just want to make sure that you're ready to exercise. Okay. So once you've got that go ahead, and you can work out with me. And again, so over the weeks, I'm going to show different workouts. So it's just to kind of safeguard yourself more than anything. So it's just to prevent injuries more than anything. Okay. So now we've kind of gone through weighing yourself. We've got the measurements. Now we're going to kind of let you know that next week, the first episode, we're going to start working out. And for next week, what I do want you to have is, I want you to grab yourselves a cheap mat. This one I got from Sports Direct. So you can get a very cheap mat, just kind of foam material. So I want you to grab one of those for next week. I want you to get a tolia. So you need that just in case, because you'll be sweating. And also, I want you to make sure you have a bottle of water with you while we're exercising next week. And I'd like you to get a dumbbell, okay? Just one little dumbbell, not too heavy. So that's the only equipment you need for next week, because we're going to start on the second episode with the stomach. So we're going to do stomach exercises next week. So I'm kind of really looking forward to that. And hopefully I'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Take care and enjoy your day. Thank you. Bye.